what's up everyone? I'm Ronnie Woo and this is Cooking for You and Me. Today we're making malted chocolate cupcakes with the malted vanilla buttercream frosting. It's like a chocolate malt shake with the whipped cream on top, but in cupcake form. I have a feeling you guys are going to love this recipe, so stay tuned.
You and me, we like the same kind of music. That's why we make a good you and me. Baby, we know how to use it. That's why we make a good you and me.
I had so much fun cooking with Uncle Ron.
So let's get started on our malted chocolate cupcakes. So the first thing we want to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Next, we want to line our cupcake pan with our cupcake liners. Alright, so now I'm going to set this aside, and next we're going to make our cocoa paste. So in a small mixing bowl, I want to add half a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. Then I want to add half a cup of hot water and whisk it until it forms a paste. So now I just want to set my cocoa paste to the side and mix my dry ingredients together. So in a medium mixing bowl, I want to add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 of a cup of malted milk powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, and half a teaspoon of salt. Then I just want to give that a quick toss. So now that I have my dry ingredients together, next I want to combine my wet ingredients. So in a large mixing bowl, I want to add 1/4 cup of milk chocolate chips. Next I want to add 2 sticks of room temperature butter and 1 2/3 of a cup of sugar. Now I'm just going to nuke it in the microwave for about 2 minutes until the butter has melted. Alright, so now I'm just going to take my electric hand mixer and beat this until it's nice and smooth. Next I want to add the eggs one at a time to the butter mixture, making sure I scrape down the sides of the bowl after each egg. Then I just want to beat this on medium to high speed until the mixture is nice and smooth. Next I want about 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, followed by the cocoa paste that we made earlier. Then we want to beat this on medium to high speed until it's nice and combined. And again, remembering to scrape down the sides halfway through. Next, I want to whisk in half of the dry ingredient mixture, followed by 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. Then you just want to give that a quick whisk, followed by the rest of your dry ingredient mixture. Then you just want to finish it off by using your electric hand mixer and beat this on medium to high speed for another minute or 2 until everything is just incorporated. Alright, so we have our cupcake batter. The next thing we want to do is just fill our cupcake liners. I'm going to take my handy dandy scoop here and fill each cupcake liner about 2/3 of the way full. Alright, these bad boys are ready to go in the oven. We're going to bake them for about 18 to 20 minutes until an inserted toothpick comes out clean. In the meantime, we're going to make our malted vanilla buttercream frosting. So I've cleaned up a little bit, and while my cupcakes are still baking, I want to make my malted vanilla buttercream frosting. So in a large mixing bowl, I want to add 1 stick of room temperature unsalted butter. Then I want to add 1 pound of powdered sugar, which is equivalent to about 4 cups. 3 tablespoons of milk, 3 to 4 tablespoons of malted milk powder, and it just depends on how much you like that malted milk flavor. And lastly, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Then I just want to take a fork and combine everything together. Depending on how much malted milk powder you put in, your frosting may seem a little bit dry. If it does, just add another tablespoon of milk. And just keep in mind, 1 tablespoon of milk goes a long way, so don't overdo it. When all of your ingredients have come together, switch to an electric hand mixer and beat this on high speed until it's light and fluffy. Alright, I'll see you guys back here when the cupcakes have finished baking and cooling and they're ready to be frosted. So my cupcakes have finished baking and they've been cooling for about 45 minutes, and we also made our malted vanilla buttercream frosting. Now it's time for a taste test. This malted chocolate cupcake is so moist and delicious, and this vanilla malt buttercream frosting, oh, so decadent. You guys are going to love this recipe. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email me, and I'll see you guys next time with Cooking for You and Me with Ronnie Woo.
That's why we